Jinan Raj, are you ready? Mr. Dinan, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, so I think we can start with Dinan Raj. All right.
Okay, sir. Hi. I'm Dinian here. I'm here to present my FYP1 project on the title of Voice Recognition System using RFID card on graduation in MIU. So my project is based on a voice recognition system using RFID card. So multiple entity convocation day, a manual announcement is made by a single individual to call out the names of MIU students. This method is way too far in the traditional and inconvenience to utilize. It would be fantastic if a voice recognition RFID card were introduced to replace this method. A speech recognition RFID card reader project with Arduino will be implemented in this project. The proposed method in the study is a very modernized method which is representative and even does not require a pronouncer to pronounce the participants' details. The students just need to scan the card via their individual RFID card on the reader and it will be announced automatically. These systems gives many advantage and also such as cost savings and many more. So the problem statement of this is this traditional method, which is each student will consume more time in getting proper order of the student's line. It could cause many misunderstandings between two parties. The traditional method could cause high manpower, also requires more manpower to the graduation to run smoothly. The research objective is to implement a voice recognition system using RFID via Arduino. The second one is to verify the model using a card reader technology to evaluate the model in a small function to ensure it runs without any error. So the pros and cons of this project is the pros. Let's see the pros first. The pros is we could save time consumption of the convocation event, saving the amount of costing and hiring more manpower for the convocation. Implementing a modernized convocation event, which most of the university does not use this kind of technology now. So the cons is a wrongly program is possible to happen in this event, and so shortage of power supply could slow down the process. So this is my research flow chart. As we can see how the research flow chart goes by. First, we'll go each two component will go on and hardware development side and also software development side. Later on, the hardware development will go to an next stage, which is identification of the key components. Next will be the prototype assembly, and next will be the hardware testing. Let's go to the software part. The software will go through and software development, program flowchart, coding, and also the program testing. Also will then end up on pilot testing, which will be the last testing before it goes to a real-time testing. So this is the workflow chart where how the Arduino and also the other modules work together. First, a breadboard will be connected to an Arduino. Then we'll need a voice input, which will be saved in SD card, and also it will be saved in the MP3 module. Later, the MP3 module frequency will be copied into an RFID card, whereby a student should take the RFID card and tap on a card reader. Once they type on a card reader, it will be the voice will be output, and also it will be heard out by a speakerphone. So why do we use Arduino? Arduino is easy to use and programmable board. It's an open source project. Software and hardware is extremely accessible and also very flexible to customize and intended. It's easy to use, connect to laptop via USB and communicate using via serial protocol. Runs and also standalone mode and interface connect to a PC and also a managed computer. It's flexible and also offers a variety of digital analog input, SPI and serial interface and digital PWM output. Arduino is rapidly and prototype platform composed by Arduino board and the Arduino IDE. So Arduino has its own IDE which we could programmable in most of the language, easy use language for this. So these are the key components list. First, we should need Arduino a full set with the jumper case and all this. Next is the RFID card reader, jet, the RFID, then SD card. We should have the MP3 module and also a speakerphone. So each of the component has its own costing. I have segregated over here. The total cost of this project will be around 458 ringgit and 33 cents. This is the total cost of this to build this project. So the conclusion is the rapid use of this voice recognition with RFID card in collaborate with the Arduino board will make the system a well-recognized system in the globally educational field. It will be a very successful system in the field and a lot of university staffs will benefit out of this system. The university organization will be ended up saving a lot of money from introducing this modernized graduation system. Our hardworking MIE staff can take good time in spending their time in organizing other duties of this event. So these are the main reasons why we should implement this modernized into our convocation event in MIU. Since it's also a pandemic issue now, we should lessen the touch contact between one another and also a social distance. By implementing this, we also will get a successful recovery and also stop the process of spreading of this virus. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dinan. Okay, so now I would like to open for Q&A by Dr. Rohila. Okay, you can start now.
Morning.
Good morning, Miss.
Okay, I would like to start with your methodology, Dinan. Can you look into methodology?
Dinan, can you share your screen?
Yes, sir. Sir, I couldn't share my screen because I'm not the presenter.
Okay, hold on. Okay, you can start.
Okay.
Can you look into a second flow chart, Dinan?
Sure, Miss.
Okay, for the second flow chart here, this is your flow chart of your project, right? You're starting with what?
Yes, Miss.
You construct the what they call the circuit in the breadboard, and then you connect with the Arduino, right?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, then you input the voice, you record the voice to the module, and then after that you transfer to RFID card. Am I right?
Yes, Miss. Yes.
Then from the RFID card, the students or the users will use that reader, that RFID card reader to tap on the system, and then there will
Yes, Miss.
your name, right? Okay. So if you can see here, your flow chart of your research or your project here, it doesn't related with any voice recognition. Because what I know about the voice recognition here is you use voice recognition to control over on any gadget, any equipment. But here I couldn't see based on the voice, you can instruct the RFI card reader to operate or something like that. Instead, you have the RFI, then you can come up with the voice in a
Okay.
opposite way. So you cannot use voice recognition actually.
Okay, Miss.
That from my understanding on the voice recognition. So I think my suggestion for your title here, perhaps you can change to, it's one of my suggestion lah. You can discuss with your facilitator. Like implementation of the RFID system for improving the graduation system in MIU. That is my suggestion, which means in your RFID system, you will include the voice recording and also the Arduino. You can emphasize
Oh,
as the important part in the RFID system so that you can improve the graduation system in MIU.
okay, Miss. Understood.
Okay, so that's on one part, which means this methodology is correct. Only I want to emphasize on the title.
Okay, Miss. Sure.
It's not really accurate lah to my opinion. And
Okay,
then you didn't present on the literature review, right? But it's okay. Later you can look into your report. It's too brief. Your literature review is too brief. At least you should include what is the objective of the papers, what is the result of the paper, and some of the reference are not related to the project.
Okay, Miss. Sure.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
Miss.
then
Because Miss, over the literature review, I didn't get much reference due to it was lack of anyone who have concentrated in this kind of project. So I only could get the nearest like Bluetooth devices and all these as reference.
I think because you find the wrong keyword. You have to find system that implemented in the graduation, for example, or RFID system.
Okay, Miss. Sure.
Not on the voice, because I think maybe you use wrong keywords. Perhaps you use voice recognition. It's not a voice recognition actually.
Okay, Miss.
Yeah. One more. And your scope too brief as well. Correct, but this you have to explain in details lah, because you just design, implement.
Okay, Miss. Sure, Miss.
Yeah. Other than that, nothing lah, I think. Objective. On the objective. So the objective you have to rephrase, because your objective you have to follow with the title of your project.
Okay, Miss. I'll try to
Because
change it.
the first objective here you put you write as to implement a voice recognition system using RFID via Arduino. Perhaps you can choose to implement RFID system in the MIU graduation system. In MIU graduation, for example.
Okay, Miss. Sure.
Yeah. Second objective to verify the model using card reader technology. What does it mean, Dinan?
For example, the RFID card is used to verify its model in the reader.
How do you want to verify?
On the tab, it will get verified, Miss, normally.
Okay. And then the last one, to evaluate the model here. How do you want to evaluate? Which means you will run the pilot test lah.
Yes, Miss.
Alright. I think that's all for me, Dr. Anwar.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Rohila. Okay, Dinan, I hope you can take note what Dr. Rohila advised to you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so now we move on to Abdul Aziz.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. So Abdul Aziz, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Thank you.
Respectable lecturers, honorable academics, the final year Project 1 coordinator, Dr. Ahmed Anwar, My supervisor, Mr. Tachana, experienced examiners, and fellow students. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And a good morning to you all. And a very warm welcome to my presentation. I am Abdulaziz Abdurrahim Muhammad, a computer science student in semester 5. And today I'd like to present my proposal to you all. After robust research, careful consideration, and thoughtful planning, I have decided to settle onto a topic that's mostly overlooked and sidestepped by most students in Manipal in their quest to find a suitable FYP1 project. And that is the world of e-commerce. My proposal will be for the development of an e-commerce website for the sale of wristwatches. So what is e-commerce, some might ask? E-com, abbreviated from e-commerce, further abbreviated from electronics commerce, is simply put the use of the internet to conduct sale and purchases. E-commerce is a concept that's more than 2 decades old, following its establishment in 1995. This, after the American Army publicized the internet that was initially developed for use by the American Army by ARPANET, by and for the American Army by ARPANET. E-commerce currently stands at a whopping $600 billion retail and a behemoth of a 6.7 trillion business-to-business enterprise, making it a force to be reckoned with. And although it has grown at unprecedented levels and broken barriers, its growth looks set to grow even further and further and break more records in the process. What makes e-commerce a platform that can offer such services in its ability to facilitate the meeting of the owners of the merchandise to be sold and the willing buyers to meet virtually and exchange the products and services for a fee. So desired products are put for sale on the website by the merchants on the merchandise list, where visitors can visit the website and browse for an item, or in this case, a wristwatch of their liking. After settling on a product, they can click on it and pay for its price through wire transfer. Following the payment of the price for the selected items, in this case watches, the customer is prompted to input their delivery address where the shipments of the watches will be made to. And after inputting the delivery address of the products to be delivered to their destination of choice, the website depicts a time and an appropriate estimation of the time and the day it will take for the products to be shipped and delivered safely and soundly to its desired or designated customer. While moving swiftly, let's look at the problem statements. What this website intends to take care of, the problems that have forced this website's creation. Well, the first and the foremost is the existence of e-com websites selling counterfeit products. This has led many customers to lose trust in the whole online buying of things, which has forced them to opt for their counterpart of physical walk-ins and buyings. The second problem statement that this website seeks to deal with is the exorbitant pricing of the items for sale. And unregulated pricing of the items to be sold has pushed away customers into the open arms of the walk-in buyings. Of the other problems plaguing this field is the lack of clear images of the merchandise to be sold. And in some cases, too grandiose pictures, too good pictures, too appetizing of pictures are displayed on the merchandise list, which in reality have almost zero similarity to the product being sold, leading the customers to be disappointed and lose trust. And finally, the lack of a variety to choose from. This is a problem as it confines the choices and options of the buyer, customer, to a few number of options, which frustrates the ability to choose from a range of products. Moving swiftly, we'll have a look at the research objectives that this project has. Well, the aims of the project are stated in the slides. The first aim of the project is to avail a variety of options to choose from for the customer. The second one is to accord the user with the ubiquity, with the ease, with the convenience of shopping anytime, anywhere, and from any device. And the third is to offer an efficient, hassle-free shopping experience without having through the hustle and bustle of having to walk from one shop to another in search of an item that matches the description of what it's supposed to be when it comes to price, quality, and every other aspect that they're looking for in a watch. The significance of this project is twofold. It will offer a simple to use website for prospective buyers, and it will deal away with the unnecessary layers of complexities and bureaucracies known to e-commerce websites that hinder efficient and fast transactions of transfer of services and goods for fees between the buyers and the sellers. We'll now have a look at the methodologies that will be used in the creation of this website. Well, the first one will be HTML, which is hypertext markup language and will be used to lay the structure and the foundation for the creation of the website. It will be the backbone of the website per se. The second language that will be used in the creation of this website is CSS, which is cascading style sheets. And its function is to add an aesthetic look to the website, to add more colors and vibrant, well, attractiveness to the website. The third, which is a scripting language, will be JavaScript, and its use will be in the making of the website a dynamic and responsive website that will allow for the quote-unquote communication between the website and the prospective user at that time. PHP will also be made use of, and its job will be to retrieve information and data from the database. It will also serve a further job of verifying the data that's input into the fields, into the particular fields, to ensure that it's the right data that is being input into each and every field. PHP will be used to manage and manipulate MySQL. Last but not least, MySQL's ability to interact with both the user and the database makes it an essential component for use in the creation of this website. The following are relevant publications made on the field of e-commerce. Links will be provided in the report, and anybody who would like to read more about it can go ahead and search for these names. They're very interesting reports to read. This is a Gantt chart depicting the project timeline that it took from the start of the project to its completion. That will be all from me. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay, thank you very much, Abdulaziz. All right, so now I would like to open for Q&A by Madam Aparna. You can start now. Thank you.
Hi. Dr. Anwar, can you hear me?
Yes, very
okay.
clear.
Okay, fine. Okay, hi, Abdulaziz.
Hi, madam.
Have you discussed your topic as well as your full project with your supervisor?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
You showed him your complete project and your report?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Okay. You might have to go back to him again. Anyways, to begin with your topic itself, development of an e-commerce website for the sale of wristwatches. There are so many websites which, do selling of the wristwatches, buying, selling and all that. But what is unique about your project? You have to mention some keyword in your title itself. You're looking at checking for the counterfeit watches and things like that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you might have to revise the title itself to showcase exactly what you're trying to do.
Will do,
Because
ma'am.
this looks like any other project, but what is novel about your title or your project? There should be some uniqueness in that.
Yes, ma'am. Will do.
Yeah. And your abstract itself, you are talking only about e-commerce. In your abstract, you have to look at the complete thing. Your focus should be on your project. It's a e-commerce website for sale of wristwatches. In your abstract, you're just talking about e-commerce and how many, sales happen and all those things. We are not interested in that. You have to focus on the topic, which is not e-commerce, which is building a e-commerce for the sale of the counterfeit wristwatches or checking for that or something like that. So your focus should be on the topic. What is the research problem? What methodology are you using to solve that? What would be the results? What would be the conclusions? All should be integrated in your abstract, which would be like a paragraph and not point form like how we have given, where the focus only is on e-commerce and points about it. So you have to rewrite your complete abstract to begin with. Okay,
Yes.
Abdulaziz?
Yes, ma'am. Will do.
Yeah. So that is one thing. Rest is, again, you have to be very focused. It's like all over the place. So your research objectives also, you're saying to offer the user with a variety of options to choose from. The statement itself looks incomplete. You're giving a variety of options to choose from what and how you're going to measure this. Eventually you should show results how you have solved this and how you have gone about getting solution for this research objective. To accord the user with the ubiquity of shopping anytime anywhere. How is this just is just an e-commerce thing, but how are you going to make it your unique research objective? I'm not too sure about this one. You better check with your supervisor one more time. Looks very ambiguous to me there.
Will do, madam.
To offer an efficient, hassle-free shopping experience. That is with any e-commerce website. How would you test this, for your own website? I'm not. Research objectives are very, very unclear. Please discuss with him one more time and get this going.
Will do, madam.
And also, whatever I saw from the report and whatever I see from the presentation that you made, number one, it's very brief. And second thing, it looks very incomplete and incorrect. So you just discuss with him. And even the methodology for that matter. You have given some softwares that you are going to use. You have to, give like the architecture of the system that you're planning to develop. Basically, a modularized approach, how you want to implement the system. So you should describe like a model, like requirements of the system in terms of a use case or processes or design or something like that. Not the not HTML or PHP or not the technologies that you're planning to use.
Will do, madam.
So only these few points you have presented in your presentation just now. So even the research papers that you're referring to are very old. I think you have to look at the last 5, right, Dr. Anwar?
It's kind of hard getting recent papers on this subject, madam. That's why.
As Dr. Rohila said, you have to look at the keyword. So you have to re-look at your topic itself with the help of your supervisor.
Will do, madam.
And then you will be able to look for papers which are, relevant in that area.
Will do, madam.
Yeah. Dr. Anwar, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
I don't know about this project. Do you think this seems like a FYP project? What do you suggest?
All right. I think from this presentation, Abdulaziz presented about the development of the wristwatch. So
Yeah.
basically, what he wanted to do is they are trying to use you are using the web online, right, Abdulaziz?
Yes, sir.
He
Yeah.
said e-commerce. Even his title is a bit. Yeah. Anyway, please continue.
Yeah, actually, in order to create this web online, they need to study, okay, the different things of the how to do the method. So
Yeah.
basically, what he can do is they can apply the theoretical. I mean, I'm not sure the specific term, but I think it's worth it for the FYP as long
Yeah,
he learns
yeah,
something from the process. Okay, but
yeah.
I think Mr. Tachana should advise Abdul Aziz what
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah. Even if
think.
they're doing an application project, but there
Uh,
should be something novel about what they're doing.
yeah, exactly.
And the terms they're using also seem so basic. I don't think they
So basic.
qualify as a finally a project.
Oh, okay.
So, as you said, yeah, he has to talk to his supervisor
Mm-hmm.
and, rewrite and reframe those words.
Okay, Abdul Aziz, can you tell your supervisor to
Mm.
help you?
Will do, sir.
Okay, and anything, just let me know. Okay, if
Will
you
do.
have any problem, just let me know. Okay, because we want to all the FIP all of the FIP students should reach the standard of FIP. Okay,
Mm.
so this is what we want. All right, if you cannot do, maybe your title is not achieve the standard of FIP. Okay, Abdul Aziz.
Yes, sir.
All right, I think that's all, Madam Arpana.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much and for your joining this presentation. And Abdulaziz, please do the correction, and I will give you 2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks to complete this research proposal. Okay,
Will
Abdulaziz.
will do, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, and bye bye.
Bye bye.